What a lovely, lovely hike again in the green woods of Sweden. Of course, this all happened quite a while ago. It is now almost wintertime here in Belgium, but we did this hike way back in August. Now, I've been wanting to go to Sweden for years, but it's a huge country and there are so many long distance trails and they all look wonderful. So when we were planning this trip, we ultimately decided to go to West Sweden and hike a part of the Bohusleden trail. So we were here in the region between Göteborg and Oslo. The full trail is about 350 kilometers, but we only had 4 days, so we hiked the part that looked kind of the most interesting between Uddevalla and Kungälv, just under 100 kilometers in total. We came to Sweden by car, so we parked it right in the center of Kungälv for 4 days, which wasn't too expensive. And then we took 3 buses all the way up to our starting point in Uddevalla and hiked the whole way back down. Most of the trail isn't super remote, but you're still in the woods most of the time. So lots of pine forest covered with these beautiful mosses, lots of marshland, which is pretty rough terrain most of the time. Dozens of lovely small lakes everywhere, and of course millions and millions of mushrooms. As you could see in the video, the trail is very well marked with these orange bands around the trees, but it was very wet though. Like about 2 weeks before we were there, Sweden was hit by these severe rainstorms. So the ground was totally soaked most of the time, and I had wet feet most of the time. We maybe had like 2 or 3 small rain showers, but the weather was fairly nice most of the hike. The mosquitoes though were a real pain in the ass. Like from the moment you stand still in the woods for 10 seconds, they're everywhere. So pro tip, bring lots of bug spray to Sweden. Of course, this is Sweden, so you can wild camp legally, but they also have a massive network of, I think, about 4,000 lean-to shelters all over Sweden. They're these simple wooden structures, and they will keep you dry, out of the wind. They often have a fireplace as well, and sometimes even a composting toilet. They usually sleep like 4 to 6 people, but if they're full, there's usually some flat ground around to pitch a tent. There's a great website where you can find all of these shelters, and they have a pretty useful app as well that I'll link below in the description. We stayed in or near these shelters every night, and also we were able to have a swim in a nearby lake every night. And let me tell you, skinny dipping in a lake all by yourself in a Swedish forest, that's just an amazing experience. After this hike, we spent 2 more weeks in West Sweden, driving around in a rental camper van, and we finished our trip with a 4-day canoe trip. That video is coming up next in a few weeks, so subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss that. And yeah, do let me know what you think of these videos. Like, I make them for myself in the first place, but it's always super nice to hear if other people enjoy them as well. So see you soon then.